welcome to one more English with Petrus. So I hope you're pretty well. So thank you for one more day here. So tell me, how are you? Huh? I hope you're pretty well. So I hope you're having a fantastic time despite of those problems, regarding the quarantine, or as we say, the social reclusion. So today, as promised in the last video, we're going to talk about a genitive case. I don't know if you have watched it, but the last video is here, this one, possessive adjectives, so please watch it, right? And if you're not already registered to my channel, to my YouTube channel, please click below and thumbs up, follow me and help me with this project. That's pretty important for me. So now let's talk about this famous genitive case. As you know, the genitive case has this name because it talks about Genesis. Yes, exactly that. It is when we're talking about the origin, okay? Yes, the origin. Or basically when we have a name or something that possesses or owns, okay? Something or a name that owns another noun. So basically, right, people understand that we only put the apostrophe S just after, right after the name. But it's always a person's name or not. So basically we have a general rule. That is the famous apostrophe S. But we have some adaptations, right? The first adaptation is when something belongs to two people or two subjects. So that's the first adaptation, when something belongs to two people. For example, I've got Petrus and I've got, for example, Fernando. So Petrus and Fernando together, they have a PlayStation. So we say Petrus and Fernando's PlayStation. So in this case, we're talking that Petrus and Fernando together, they have a PlayStation. But when we talk about two objects to two different people on the same phrase, in this case we have the second variation, that is, for example, Petrus' PlayStation and Fernando's Xbox, for example. This is the third variation. When the word or the name, right, is ended with the letter S, the English understanding says that you can put only the apostrophe or the apostrophe S. Basically, long ago, many people thought that we could use the apostrophe S only for people and animals. But this is not true. This is not true. So basically nowadays we understand that we can use the apostrophe S also with some celestial bodies, or the world, or periods of time, countries and companies and many others. So I will now speak some examples. Pay attention. When I say today's, right? Today's newspaper. Today's paper, for example. Today is a period of time. The company's president or the company's CEO. Brazil's economy. So we say the country, Brazil's economy, or China's challenges, for example. World's problems, for example. World's problems, okay? So basically, when we talk about the genitive case, those are the variations. The general rule, apostrophe S. But when you have names which are ended by the letter S, so you have the chance to choose if you put only the apostrophe or the apostrophe plus S. This is up to you, right? Then we have the variation of owners. If one thing belongs to two people, so you put the apostrophe S on the second name. For example, Petrus and Fernando's Xbox, for example. But when you have two objects, two different people, so then you say Petrus' Xbox and Fernando's PlayStation, for example, okay? Examples of the general rule case. Repeat. My father's house. Very good. My father's, João's car. João's house. No problem at all. Why not Petrus' house, for example? Do you like animals, especially very big animal? Let's talk about the elephant's trunk. Repeat. The elephant's trunk. My mother and my father's house. my mother and my father's house. João and Fernanda's life. What do you think about it? So, I think you may understand. Do you have any question about it? I hope you have understood these. Okay, so in the next video, I'll talk a little more about some more English topics. My students have sent me some questions and I'm feeling very happy to keep answering them all. So I count on you for keeping motivating me for creating a better project for all of us. The objectives of those videos are to help you in developing English and remembering and practicing listening skills. And if you are my student, please share this video with your colleagues, friends, and family. Alright, let's create a super English speaking link, a super English speaking network. Alright, I count on you. You may rely on me too. And see you on the next video. Bye bye.